Hello and welcome to our Thursday financial literacy session. This is a platform where we come to learn about different topics, and today we are highlighting the importance of artificial intelligence in advancing our businesses, whether it's in the financial area like insurance or even in everyday personal or business life. So with me, I'm joined by two experts. I'll let them introduce themselves in a minute. I'll be your host. My name is Dr. Sharon Onyuze. I'm an instructor in Missouri, and I'll start with ladies first. Happiness, please introduce yourself. Tell us where you're located, your background, and then we'll move on to Gideon.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sharon, for for being our host. And also I want to thank Mrs. Immaculate for giving us this platform where she invites different people within different industries to come and share. And of course, with our communities, we need this information. And sometimes we're intimidated. So it's a good thing that we have a platform where we can ask people that look like us, that have been where we are. So we thank you for this platform. So my name, as she mentioned, my name is Happiness Witonze. I am, as she mentioned, I'm an AI enthusiast, I'm AI expert, and I'm also an AI strategist. So I'm a CEO and founder of GrowthWave Digital. I help businesses, small and medium businesses to adopt AI or strategize with AI. So I come into the business and figure out if they need AI or not, because right now people are just throwing money at AI. They don't know. Sometimes you find companies don't even know why they need it. So that's where I come in to help strategize. But my background is in biotechnology. So this is like a pivot. I call it, this is my pivoting from, biotechnology and then AI. So yeah, and I'm located in Texas, specifically North Fort Worth. That's where I'm located. And yeah, and I'm so great to be here.
Thank you for that nice introduction. Guillaume, will go on to you.
Yes, my name is Guillaume Sainzoga. I am very pleased to be here. It's my first time. I'm excited about the conversation I'm about to have. And about my background, I am a 10-year plus computer scientist, software engineer. I've been building software across industries, especially financial technology and lately healthcare technology. Uh, Back home in Africa, I'm from Rwanda. I am based in Boston, Massachusetts. Um, and yeah, like I say, this is an amazing and exciting time in technology. There is this huge thing that came in, AI. So I'm excited to, get started with this conversation and share and talk to all of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Guillaume. We're excited to have you. And another warm welcome to everyone that came here today. Again, these sessions are recorded, so if you ever miss a Thursday, they will be on our YouTube channel under IB Financial Freedom Solutions. So many great conversations. So I hope that you learned something tonight. So, like we mentioned, our topic today is entitled How Leveraging Artificial Intelligence Helps Financial Business Advisors Serve Clients Smarter and Grow with Confidence. So, to give you a little background on that title, so this is a platform where we learn about financial literacy, meaning that how can we grow ourselves in all different areas? Whether you're looking to buy a home, whether you're looking to grow a business, whether you're looking to, all kinds of ways that we can grow ourselves, finances come in handy because money is a tool that we use to develop and move forward. So tonight's discussion is going to be highlighting some of these aspects, and it's going to be a conversation with these guests of ours. So I'm going to be asking them questions, and for Happiness or Gidam, if at any point you want to present something more in depth, please feel free. So we've done our introductions. I'm going to go ahead and jump into some questions here. So whenever we hear artificial intelligence or AI, there are several misconceptions, right? So there's things that we fear, things that we are not too certain about. Are they going to replace our jobs? Should people be looking for, other skill sets? Can you walk us through what are some common misconceptions about AI and how can we actually dispel this fear? Okay, how do you see AI changing the role that actually advisors can work better instead of being afraid that AI is going to replace them? Okay, if you would each tackle that, that's a two-part question. If any of you feels like you want to jump in or you want to both do it, feel free.
I can start. So there are different, obviously, myths around AI, and one is AI replaces human judgment, which is false. Because obviously AI is not a human being, so it cannot replace a human judgment. So that is false. But so what it does is supports human judgment. So if you make a judgment, or if you make a decision, or if you want to do something, you have the idea, and then AI will help you build that on that idea, right? And then also AI is too expensive, for example, for life insurance agencies, for example. That's false because there's a lot of tools that you can use that are free. Okay. And then also AI will make the decision. No, AI cannot make the decision for advisors or life insurance agent because like I said in the beginning, it does not make decisions. For example, if an agent is helping a client figure out what policies they need, AI cannot be able to figure that out because it's not a human. It cannot read body language. It cannot, it doesn't have emotion. Because if I sit here and try to help a client make the right decision when it comes to finance, when we're working together, bringing all their finances and figuring out how they need to save the money and what policies they need, I can see them, what's important to them, right? But AI cannot do that. AI it does not have emotion. It cannot respond to human emotion or read body language. So obviously it cannot replace what financial advisors do. Okay. And I know people are afraid that AI will take their jobs. No, AI is not here to take your job. If anything, it's here to refine your job, to refine what you do, to help you with those repetitive tasks that you do. So it's here to do that for you. But then when it comes to judgment and how you deal with client and keeping client relationship, AI cannot do that for you. Thank you.
I wouldn't agree more. You're 100% right. I was gonna piggyback what you said, but as a technical person, there are literally two biggest misconceptions that come up all the time when we talk about AI, and you just talked about them. You know, a lot of people think that AI is some kind of super intelligence that understands everything. In reality, it's really just AI is really good at doing what we call pattern recognition in data. So that's like the technical way to say that. So in the concept of a business owner, we would think of AI as a super employee that has memorized every single file or bill or client interaction your firm has ever had. So it doesn't think, it just predicts based on what you give it to. So that's very powerful, but it's not real intelligence. So it's always fascinating when we say that, like, okay, I don't want to turn you off about AI, but I want you to know really what the power is. The second one that I'm gonna say is regret. Like now that we know this answers the second question that people worry about. Will, AI replace people or professionals? And the truth is no. What we're actually seeing across industries, including finance, healthcare, insurance, is that AI replaces tasks, not people. Uh, Maybe I should say this in my introduction. My company is called CareForce. We are building healthcare software. If you're in healthcare, you need to use CareForce, and we have some of the team members here. One of the questions we get asked a lot is that, all right, we have all this paperwork that is so redundant that it's always people have to read through it. Somebody who receives care from multiple caregivers, there is support professionals, doctors, and there is like clinical notes, and we've seen how AI like help caregivers make decisions faster. And when we work with our clients, they always worry like, oh, is this going to replace us? I say, no, because this is just this super employee who has learned your patterns and will make a good guess, and you still have to have a human to come on top and verify. But it does save a hell of time. So yeah, to key what you said, those are the two misconceptions. AI is not going to replace anybody, but it will enhance the speed and accuracy professionals do their work. And yeah, it's not that super intelligent. Just good at recognizing patterns with data.
Thank you both for those great answers. I think they help calm our fears. And so maybe to dive deeper into what you've already shared. So it sounds like there are some things that humans will always do, and there are some things that AI can actually help lessen the burden of those repetitive tasks. So maybe just to build off of that, what parts of, say, financial advice I'm done. I think should remain human-led, even as AI tools become. And how can AI then help advisors reduce administrative work and spend more time building, say, relationships with clients and those things that they do have to do as humans, right? So again, speak on the fact that on the subject of what things will always remain human-led and what things are quite redundant, and it's okay if AI takes over those things so that you have more time to do things that actually matter.
Happy you want to start with that? Oh, yeah, maybe
Oh, yeah, you
this is
can
a,
start with that.
this is an
Well,
exciting one for me because
okay.
it's true. In the financial and insurance world, similar to healthcare, we have all this information, and sometimes we really got our information to make decision, and sometimes that information becomes overwhelming, and it actually contributes to a different problem of we will take what our mental capacity can take, and and leave the rest. But back to yeah, reducing administrative work. One of the biggest benefits, really, for AI, and it's same, we kind of touched on it, is eliminating like repetitive work. And some of it we've seen and we've known, like summarizing meetings, and for, like we said, for financial advisors, there's analyzing portfolios that is done very fast. And this is like one portfolio for one client to like portfolios of 100 clients, generate reports on them, organize client data, and there is um, what that brings is mental load. Like professionals are no longer having like they don't have to do all these things anymore, which opens up like this brain capacity and this like time to actually do the things that AI cannot do, which is understand their clients better, understanding focus on like let's say financial education and having connections, understanding personal goals with clients, which is exciting. Like basically we use this as a tool that is super intelligent that free us time to actually serve, our customers better. And it's exciting to have Happy here because like this is what she does. She will like come study your business and tell you, hey, we'll take this away from you, and we'll automate it with AI, and you focus on actually what you need to do, like to get to understand your customers better. I don't know. I'd be happy. What's your
Um, okay, so 40% of mainly all industries, obviously finance, uh, life insurance, which is in finance, or health tech, they take 40% of their time doing paperwork. And that is time that you should be using to create client relationships. Because those relationships, I mean, if we're being honest, they're the ones that are making us money. Because if you don't have clients, then what is the point? I mean, I'm not saying, advising. Of course, sometimes it comes from a passion. You are helping people, but of course, we have to understand that we're not doing this for free. We have to make money. So I think that if you're spending 40% of the time doing paperwork, which this is something that AI can do, and then you focus on client relationship, which is very important, helping clients figure out what policies they need, helping them understand differences between term or different life insurance policies. So I think that we can let AI do, again, repetitive tasks that obviously take our time, and then let the professionals do client relationships. So I think client relationship is something that AI cannot do, and also something that's important in the business that I think AI can help professionals take care of.
Very good. So if I would summarize what you have both said, things that deal with relationships and building that clientele will always be done by humans, because AI cannot read minds, cannot read body language, cannot interact naturally. Okay, and things that require just continuously doing something and where there's actually risk of human error, that's where AI shines, because it's a computer. It will always give you the same, type of accuracy depending on what you've asked it to do. And if it's been trained well, right? Because it needs data to do well. So if you've given it enough context, enough guidelines, then it's going to create for you quality work that can offload that burden of doing those repetitive tasks. Okay, thank you for that information there. Now, if we, again, be practical, okay? So you've shared with us some things that AI can do and that people and advisors need to do. So give us a realistic example, right, of how can AI help those advisors specifically analyze, say, client needs, risks, financial goals more effectively. Where exactly can AI come in, and in what ways can AI then help those advisors personalize recommendations for those clients while still allowing the advisor themselves to maintain that human touch? Okay, so let me rephrase the question. In what ways can AI specifically help those human advisors analyze those client needs and risks and help the client set those goals more effectively and personalize their portfolios so that the portfolio and recommendation that you give to client A is not the same as client B? How can AI help with that while still leaving room for those advisors to maintain those relationships and to make their clients feel heard?
Okay, very good question. So first of all, I'm gonna say again, I'm gonna repeat this. When it comes to figuring out what type of policies the client needs, then I recommend, of course, the advisor's touch, because one, they understand their client, what they need, what's important to them. So that is going to be left to the professional. Okay. So a practical way that we could use AI in this scenario would be, maybe we could use AI to assess the risk of a client. For example, sometimes when we're giving clients policies, there's things that we have to take in account for, right? If the client has a disease, if a client is has some sort of issues going on, right? So what AI can do is assess that, like through, you give it paperwork and all the and then because it understands the data that you've given it, then it would assess and find those things that are in the client's profile, right? So instead of you having to go through paperwork of like a lot of clients, then you can give AI that job so you can analyze and figure out what are the risks maybe the client has. So you can provide them better policies. So you can provide them better advising. So we can also use it to, let's say, help find those life changes. Let's say if there's a loss in the family, or if somebody added their child, so AI can do those type of things because it analyzes the client's profile and then figures, if there's any change in the client's profile. So that is what AI can do. Also, I would say also it can also analyze maybe the client's debt, because it already has this data on the client, analyze the date, and also help the advisor, the financial advisor, understand, okay, so how much money can this client take out, or what kind of policies can they get?
That is fantastic. I couldn't agree more. But like, yeah, I want to take a step back to that question, right? Like, how might, AI help advisors identify opportunities for clients? This is something that is very similar to what we do at CareForce. I'm actually happy Jordan is on the call right now. He's one of our software engineers, and we're having this conversation, I think, this morning. When we're thinking about like, AI for businesses, B2B, there's, these AI models come with some intelligence that is prepackaged in, the thing we talked about earlier. It's like, it's really good at pattern recognition. It was trained on certain data. There is a level to it. The tool helps you better if it understands you better. So there's a level to it where like we use regular software, like, everybody here uses like some EHR and healthcare or some, other type of software in finance that helps you see your data in a certain way. When you take that and plug it in with AI, so you supercharge the AI with data, and that powers financial advisors, healthcare providers to make decisions with data that they would never that we wouldn't really have the capacity to look at as humans. And I'm gonna, bring it back to finance because that's the theme here. One of the things that AI can do is, have that AI power brain, and they're training models every single day. They're getting better and smarter on general knowledge. Take that, plug in your client's data in a very secure way. We do this at CareForce, in a very secure way. Then study outside data too, like things for finance. It's like this could be market conditions or life event signals. And some of these are like, let's say, we're trying to make an advice or decision for a client's portfolio, and there's like a policy that is like a national policy that is like renewing or changing. And this like changes the risk exposure. So you have all this crunched in data that is being studied and is built for your decision to make really as a professional. And that's the part that's exciting for us. We're building infrastructure that is super intelligent for professionals to make better decisions that, small, that normally are taken by bigger firms that have more data and more employees. Smaller businesses and individuals and financial advisors and insurance advisors and healthcare providers are like making these huge and big data-driven decisions that are delivering amazing outcome for their clients. And once you take not only that capacity away from you as a professional, and extend it, like Happy was saying, that leaves the room to create relationships and grow your business, to get to new clients on a personal level. So to me, that's the exciting part of this new technology for professionals and the small businesses. You will learn more about your customers. You will learn more about how to, serve them because you spend more time with them. But also have this super employee in the back making decisions that you still need to review. Very important. You still need to review when it's built well. But yeah, that's my take on this subject.
Very good. Gilman, I want to maybe add on to something that you just said. So you were mentioning AI requires data, and that may also require client data. So people worry about the safety of their data. Can you add on to that? So specifically, clients often worry about data privacy, security, and trust when AI is involved, because like we were just saying, AI will require you to tell it and give it information. So what safeguards are there right now that advisors can use, and different companies and independent businesses that they can put in place to make sure that clients are safe and their data is private and secure?
Yes. So the biggest concern people ask is like, all right, cool. If I use AI to analyze, to access sensitive data from my customers, where does that data go? Like, what does it do with it? Because now it has access to their social security numbers and all this really sensitive stuff. I'm happy Didier Mouvandimne is here because he works for Amazon Web Services. And for us who are in the computer science world, there's Didier and his colleagues, they build these infrastructures where we can secure and isolate. And this is a little technical, but like it's the truth that we're in a place where we use things like AWS GovCloud. It's like a specialized, isolated, high security, like AWS version designed for like government agencies, contractors, regular industries that host sensitive data, including healthcare. So to answer your question, yes, there is professionals and companies like Careforce, our company, Jordan is here, that we are implementing secure AI applications. And what does that mean? That means we're going to be leveraging AI, building data sets for you, sharing your data, and and stay compliant with regulations like HIPAA for healthcare. There's SOC 2 for cybersecurity. So yeah, talk to professionals. Happy's company, they do this. They build secure AI on top of like analyzing your businesses, and we do this for healthcare. So yeah, I'm happy to be here because it's our people and like and we're talking about these solutions. This is really cutting edge, actually bleeding edge.
Mhm.
I can add on to that. So you might be, let's say, a life insurance agent, and of course, maybe you don't have the resources to use AWS. I mean, because these are big companies that handle big data, right? So what I can advise you to do if you're a life insurance agent that is concerned about your clients' data, which is very important, because if you're receiving clients' health records, you have to protect them because that's very sensitive data. So if you're here maybe thinking, okay, so I can't use AWS, because it's big data, big company. You can use enterprise grade AI tools with signed data processing arguments. So you obviously make sure that the tools that you're using are from good, known, well companies. So you're not just using anyone or a company somewhere in like India. They're just training a model and then you're just using that. So you have to make sure you're using enterprise grade AI. And also, to be honest, sometimes I see people putting, I don't know, information in ChatGPT. No, don't do that. Do not do not put your information in ChatGPT because first of all, you're training it, right? Anyone can find that information. So please do not use tools like ChatGPT and put client information because they're not secure. Well, they're secure, but not as you think. They're not really that secure. So yeah, that is something that I can add on.
Very good. So you're saying that there are tools that are secure, that people, businesses, individuals that are looking to make sure that they can leverage and use AI to simplify or make their work efficient, they can still do it in a secure way. If especially they consult experts like yourselves to make sure that you're guiding them appropriately. So Happy, you touched on something that I want you to build on a little bit. So we are talking about small businesses, right? So, big companies can afford thousands of dollars worth of cybersecurity, but how can an LLC owner here or somebody who is thinking about doing their business and using AI to facilitate it? Okay, so how can small firms and independent advisors leverage AI to compete with larger financial institutions in the market, right? So it's likely that these financial institutions maybe are still using maybe accountants, CPAs, or all these people that they've hired anyway. And you, as a small firm or independent advisor, you want to come in and use the speed and the efficiency that AI can provide. But what are ways that you can actually do it? And is it possible for a small firm to compete with a larger firm by using AI?
That's a very good question. So when it comes to finance, specifically life insurance, I mean, what really matters is the clients. Like if you're making these connections with them, relationships with them, right? And of course, if we're competing with big companies, well, it's gonna take you time, but you can get there. And of course, with the use of AI, you can get there because this is the thing. So I think we're all on the same. When you're about to run, so with AI, I think we're all on the same level. It depends on how you're going to use it because these big companies, yes, they have the funds or the resources to use this AI, but there's free resources that you could use. And I'm not saying necessarily be on their level, but be somewhere that can help you grow and also help people as well. Maybe I can throw out some tools that, or some things that you can use, they can be used in AI, or that you can leverage AI, for example, in marketing. So you can use simple tools like Canva AI. Today, there's a tool, Canva AI, you just put a prompt and it'll give you a flyer, for example. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars to create a flyer. You don't have to do that. You don't have to pay money today to create content because there's tools that you can use. You just give it a prompt and then it will give you content because, of course, marketing, you have to market your business. And today it's simple to market a business because there is AI. I mean, the other day I was looking at this a video on Instagram, and the lady was selling some sort of cream, and the girl or the lady was AI. So today, those ads that cost a lot of money, today you can use AI. So that's why I'm saying we're all on the same level now. So it depends on how much work you put into it and how much you understand AI. Some of these companies, they have all this money and they really don't understand it. So you need to first familiarize yourself with AI, what different tools you can use, and then go from there. And also, I'm not saying spend money because there's thousands and thousands of tools out there, and people obviously they want these models to make them money. So I'm not telling you spend $1,000 to create ads using AI. You can literally use ChatGPT to create an ad. You can use Claude AI to do that. So I'm saying just familiarize yourself with AI and then use the simple tools, cheap tools to market yourself so you can compete with these big companies.
Go ahead, Gil. Now you can add on your first.
Yeah. As I said, this is one of the areas where AI is most empowering for financial advisors, insurance professionals, especially. And this is a really good question. So historically, large banks and insurance companies had major advantage because they could afford like large data teams, analytics departments, and let's say complex software systems. What AI does, it gives like smaller businesses and advisors and insurance people this kind of power to analyze portfolios and do all these analytics that would really require a team or a department. What that does, it like the word that Happy used was really very important. It's like it puts people on the same level, or I say it levels the playing field. Um, that's the biggest advantage I see, right? Whoever is delivering 10x can now deliver 50x because of AI. But this goes back to some of the chats conversation that happening in the chat is like there's so many free tools that are out there. They're not secure. You cannot put your customer financial information. This is their retirement money. This is their children school funds and all this. You can put that in ChatGPT. There's like solutions that are coming out that are like will leverage AI but in a secure enterprise way. And the more we, like back to the literacy and AI literacy, the more we understand what AI can do for us, the more we find like ways we can implement these solutions in a very secure way, then compete with the big ones. Because now we have this virtual extra team and extra brand power that, puts small businesses in a good competing edge.
For sure. So this is an exciting time then to be alive, not a time to be scared. The AI is taking our jobs. It's a time to be excited because independent workers, small businesses have a fair competing advantage just as big companies. Now, the caveat, of course, is you need to know the right tools to use and get appropriate guidance from people that know it. If you're not able to take the time to learn and research by yourselves, there are professionals here who are already in the field who can guide you. So if you're here and you're curious, we're going to share some contact information later that you can definitely reach out, and our guests would be happy to help. Now, and people in the audience, feel free. You're going to have time to ask your own questions. Feel free to put them in the chat. I'm kind of drawing to a close here with some of the questions that I had prepared, given some of the things that we have heard come up from our community members. So again, this is a platform where we come to learn together. It's free for you all, but it's a place where we can learn and grow. And if you want customized solutions, we work with you one-on-one, given what expertise you need. Okay, so to our, panelists, what new skills, or competencies should financial advisors here and those who listen to us later develop in order to stay competitive in an AI-enabled industry? Right. So what new skills can they try to acquire now, or how can they identify opportunities for client outreach and policy reviews and planning updates and all of that? Right. So just again, rephrasing the question there, what are some ways that financial advisors here, small business holders, equip themselves? What general skills should they at least equip themselves so that they stay competitive and actually support their clients better?
Happy, you want to take on this first?
Yes, I can take on this. One, my biggest thing that I like to tell people when they ask me about AI, or even in this case, agents, number one, you need to learn how to prompt engineer. What this means is you need to tell AI, use some words so it can give you exactly what you want. So for example, if you're trying to maybe create a flyer, maybe so you can do outreach or marketing, right? You need to make sure that you're telling AI the right words so it can give you the right product, because trash in, trash out. So you have to make sure that you understand how, or learn how to prompt engineer. give it the right word so it can give you the best results. So that's one of the skills that I like to tell people to familiarize themselves or learn, because there's no way you're gonna use AI to its full potential if you don't know what to tell it. Because if you've used ChatGPT, which, please, I'm not advocating for ChatGPT, but if you use ChatGPT, you sometimes you see when you give it maybe a prompt, you give it one prompt, it will give you two different answers, right? So that is why you need to understand how to prompt in Ninja, making sure you're giving it the right words, you're asking the model the right way so it can give you the right answer, hence, your growth and revenue. So that's one skill. Skill number two, learning how to use AI to market, because in this industry, the biggest thing is somebody said in the chat, prompt engineering, data interpretation, and tool integration. Yes. So in this AI whatever period that we're in, so first of all, yes, we need to understand how to use it, how to tell it to give us what we're looking for. And number two, if you're a small business or an independent agent, you can also learn how to use AI in marketing. Like I said before, you use it to produce different marketing resources, so it can help you market and then get clients or build those client relationships. So I think those are the two most important skills that I can advise or recommend for a life insurance agent or agency when it comes to AI.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that, but I'll take it one step back. I would say, like, rephrase the question, like, what are good human skills to have on this age of AI, where you have this powerful companion who's very smart, who'll do whatever you say, whatever you want them to do. How do you like leverage that? And some of these things are really like soft skills or skills we used to write on CVs and like, you know, to get jobs with somebody that are becoming very important. And one that is very, very big for me is, and it's going to sound very corny, it's critical thinking. Like AI can generate answers and insights, but like people still need to evaluate them. So the professionals and anybody needs to understand the context of what it is they want the tool to help them. It's still a tool, even though it sounds smart, it looks smart, it's not. It's still a tool. Uh, Professionals or people need to know, like, to ask the question, to ask themselves, like, does this make sense? Is this accurate? How does this apply in this specific situation? And sometimes, like, you ask questions before your questions to understand better how to ask the question, if that makes sense. And one of the other skill that is, adjacent to that is, communication. Like AI can generate information, but people still need to explain yeah, people seem to explain like ideas clearly that are complex. And professionals, can translate insights into simple advice. And this is good for professionals, right? AI will give you all this information, and you still need to communicate that to your customers, your stakeholders. A third one, again, I'm talking about skills that, somebody could use to leverage this age of AI, is a little technical. It's data literacy, where like I said, this thing is really good at understanding patterns in data. Uh, so 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 understanding how to read data, question the data, interpret patterns, becomes very important to make you really excellent and excel and be better and like take decisions and for your customers that your competitors wouldn't be able to do. So people, to answer that question I asked at the beginning, AI is not going to replace people, but people who use AI very well might replace other people. So when we're talking about like, this the literacy thing is like understanding the data you have, understanding what AI is giving you is great. And some of the things that we do, companies like Careforce and GrowthWave, is take the complex data that AI might provide that your company might have. Let's say in healthcare, some of the customers we have this paperwork, like folders of like of employees that worked, at the company the 7 past years and clients they had. And sometimes they get asked compliance questions. Okay, tell us who worked in the past year, who had a specific certification. to go into the files and find that information. Sometimes it's not there, sometimes it's there. When you have tools like Careforce, you don't have to understand like how to do spreadsheets and like SQL queries to pull the data, assuming you have that in a database. We provide interfaces where you ask questions like, all right, cool. Well, they asked us, to give us certain certifications for people who did certain job. Can you go find this for us? And we will like tailor this complexity of data literacy and like simplified enough to still give you the power of AI, but do it in a simpler way. This sounds like a plug. It is a plug for Careforce. But yeah, those three things for me. I'll say critical thinking, great communication skills. These are things we keep working on every day. And data literacy, that puts people in the edge of AI on an edge. No pun intended, or pun intended.
Yeah. I think those were just some great points to end on, and it's a great time to welcome some questions from the guests. So I see, James, you have a hand up. Please go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much for having me over here, and thank you for the speakers with the very great, wonderful information. Now, the question I have is, I'm a financial advisor. Now, one of the biggest hurdle I gotta go through in financial advisory, probably some financial advisors here might relate to it, is that in marketing, right? So is there a way you can create like an ad which can be sent out via the social media or any other electronic platform out there, like email, text message, or Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that? Now, when the ad goes out, is let's say it's automated. If AI can do that, it's automated. It goes out, but the main part is the targeted audience. Once they receive that advertisement, and it piques their interest, but there should be like a filtration system. Like, let's say it picks out to analyze who they are, what are they looking for. Meaning that by the time that individual sits on the table with you, uh, 90, let's say over 70% of the legwork has already been done. Because the biggest problem in financial advisory, when you meet a face for the very first time, you have to break the ice. You have to analyze the person. You have to find what they need, which they didn't know they needed. You have to find what their goals, probably some of the goals they knew, some they didn't. And you got to do all the diagnosis part. And sometimes all the legwork might end up to nothing because the person at the end of the day, they say, hey, let me think about it, or I'll get back to you. And because it's not urgent or it's not very important to them, they put that on the back burner and you don't hear them. You don't hear back from them. So can AI be able to so let me kind of like narrow down what I've said is uh, create an advertisement, right? Go through all electronic platforms or maybe target electronic platforms. Be able to filter out who comes in. By the time they sit on the table, you already the identification of what they need, what they want, and where they need to go has already been done. I don't know, maybe those too much words, but hopefully you
No,
guys got it.
that is perfect. And I'm happy.
All right.
Happy. You want to take on this? Because this is your field.
Yes, but I didn't get the last part of the question. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. I didn't get the last part of the question.
Okay, the last part of the question is, let's say you create an advertisement, it goes out to a person, it goes out to a targeted area, whether through any platform out there, right? Now, when that the targeted person, when they see it, okay, they're getting filtered, meaning that because let's say you reach out to 10 people are reached out, but out of those 10 people, maybe only one will be an ideal candidate for whatever you're trying to do with them. Now, so that means the other 9 people who came in, you just kind of like wasted your time. Now, can AI be utilized for that? Uh, Let me give an analogy, right? Let's say back in the days, I'm from Africa. I think most people here are from Africa. Back in the 90s and back, most households in Africa, you had to wash clothes by hand, but a washing machine came, right? So can the AI be done where the task of filtering people, instead of you as an advisor to do it, you sit down with 10 people, only one did what you wanted them to do. The other 9 people say, I'll get back to you, or this is not for me, or I'll think about it. And you, for advisors, they know the story on that one. How can that be? Can AI be utilized to remove that obstacle? Meaning that if you send an ad out there, by the time whoever comes to sit down at the table with you, 70% or more, they are likely to be your client versus just another body. I don't know.
Let me start with that, Happy.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
and thank you, James. This is an amazing question. What we're talking about is pre-qualification of a potential and
Correct.
right?
Yeah, you just named it.
Yeah, so the tools we have right now will go fetch these people for you and sell the big headlines for you and get people to your office, but are not really sure that we're going to convert them. And there is this problem where, like, okay, they're going to come in and you're going to spend an hour with them, free consulting or something, and they're not going to convert. And if it's one person, maybe a week, that's fine. But if it's like 5 people a day, that's 5 hours gone of, like, work power. So an amazing part that AI does, it takes what we already do, which is like, all right, go find these people as we find them. Now refine them better, then do the job that you would do in that 1 hour consulting. It will actually go ask them questions, understand their needs, and really, it's not like, like, do what you would do if they were in that room. Now, instead of you being there for that hour, it's gonna, it's a machine. We're gonna interview more people. It's gonna ask those questions and try to qualify your leads at a, at an exponential rate. That's a service that growth wave for Happy. Sorry, I jumped the gun because, like, I'm so excited for. It's like, this is amazing because, like, this is what Happy does. I don't know. What do you think about it?
So I don't know if you've seen when you go on Instagram or Facebook and you click on an ad, right? It asks you questions. Like, you ask some sort of questions. So it depends on how you answer those questions. So if you answer those questions and the answers are what the professional is looking for, then you will get those leads. So you're not just gonna get anybody, just anything, right? So we have tools that can help you, that we can add on your ads that can help you filter out real leads. So yes, that is something that AI can be able to do for you. Yes.
That's good. And how can I reach you?
We'll put our information in the chat.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We put my number, but we can put a information in the chat. There's also a link. Yeah. And yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, also, I want to add on something that's really exciting that I just learned a few weeks ago sorry, Eve, before they can ask their question. I know some people that here have businesses, right? And small businesses. So now you have the ability to put your business name so people can find it on ChatGPT. So basically, if someone is on ChatGPT looking for, I don't know, a cleaner, they can find you. So this is so powerful because now people have shifted from using Google to using ChatGPT. So it's a powerful thing that we can now, we can have your business using, of course, search engine optimization, where you can have your business on ChatGPT.
It's always exciting with AI because things keep growing and getting better for users, and the aspect of security is still, in there as well. Like, they're looking for ways to make this secure and still useful. Thank you, Happy, for that nice addition. Ms. Immaculate, do you want to say your comment, or I read it for you?
You can read it. I put in the chat.
Okay. She says, I've been able to leverage AI to streamline my marketing work, save time, and reduce costs. This has been possible thanks to the expert guidance from Happiness. Very good. So if you're here and you also want one-on-one time with either Happiness or Guillaume, will be, their contact is in the information. And you came here because you saw a flyer. So you can reach out to whoever invited you or whoever you saw the information from, and we'll be sure to get you to the right guide, to the right person to help you. Also, like we said, these Thursday sessions are recorded. So if you ever want to go back and re-listen to some of the key things that were shared here, that maybe you want to replay, you a recording is going to be shared with you on YouTube. You can find the channel at IB Financial Freedom on YouTube. So
Actually, we
we
did share the link in there, the YouTube channel is on there.
yes, it's in the chat as well. Okay. Any other comments? I know there are several other, experts here. Who else did you mention? Yeah, so people who are contributing in the chat, thank you. And Jordan. So it's always a great time for us to be here and learn together. We all have different backgrounds and expertise, so if we can bring our heads together, we can become better as a community. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I'm seeing some messages in the chat. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, I'll just put my number, I guess.
It's been added.
Oh, okay.
Can add it again.
I'm thinking maybe we can pin that message, that way it stays.
Miss Immaculate, are you able to put that link that has your information as well?
You mean the YouTube channel?
No, the one that has email and everything. Because some people are sending me messages about them being new financial advisor, and I think you could help.
Yeah, we could put that in. Even you're a financial professional as well. So if they reach out, we should be able to help. You forgot that you're an AI expert and a financial professional. So if they reach out, we can all help.
Yes.
So I just wanted actually to add something for everyone who has a business. It doesn't have to be in finance. Any kind of business, possibly because I have a background in business, you cannot do any business without marketing. And what I have really seen since I started working with happiness, it has made my life so easy because you don't want to be chasing everything on Facebook, on Instagram, on everywhere. Mostly for us, maybe the Gen Zs, it can be easier. But this AI tool, it puts everything together. I wake up and I have messages from my clients. I don't even have to go look. I don't even check my Instagram. Everything comes in the same, same location. So it really does help. Even YouTube, people go in, check the YouTube, everything, every training we do every weekend, every Thursday. I don't have to go look. So it is done in a way that, it is making my life easier. And we're working on also like the AI agent. I don't have to pick my calls because I have clients who are calling me constantly. Those are tools really these guys can help us with. This errand age, we don't have to be on the calls. We have to be building those relationships with our clients. Focus on that, but let the AI agent pick your calls and take the notes. And then when you come back as a professional, you'll be able to go back and just get back to your clients instead of being on the calls wasting time. Thank you so much, guys. You will come back definitely. This is going to be your home as well. We're always here. We tell people this is not just a space just for life insurance professionals. We learn different stuff every Thursday. So you have the link. Keep the link. Same time, same hour, same link, no change. So come and learn. We don't charge you for learning, and information is power. So we are here to learn together as a community. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great concluding remark. I'm going to give 1 minute to Happiness and to Gidam. Just say some key thing that you'd want to leave to our guests here. We had such a great attendance tonight, so thank you to everyone who came. Just take 1 minute to thank the people who came to see you and also leave them with one nugget. So use 1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Well, thank you so much, Miss Immaculate, for giving us this platform. It is a very wonderful, platform that we get to have where she invites different people in different industries where they can come and like share information because we're trying to live the American dream, and the only way we can get that, attain that, is information. So we're grateful that we have this platform. Also, thank you so much, Sharon, for moderating this conversation, a very important one. Um, I always ask myself if I was, well, I guess I wasn't there when the internet first came. I always will ask myself like how, people who were there, how they felt, like were they scared? Were they hesitant? Like how do they feel? And I feel like now with AI that I'm older, I'm here, I kind of feel like, okay, maybe because I know that people are very, when it comes to AI, they're like scared, it's gonna take my job, whatever. So just like how people embraced internet and we are here today with internet, I mean, you can't even go anywhere without your phone. You can't do anything without internet, right? So I think it's the same way we should embrace um, AI, right? Do not be scared of it. It's not here to take your job. Like I've said multiple times, it it's not a human. It does not have emotion. And another thing, it's not creative. AI is not creative. No. We are the ones that are creative. So until they create something that's creative, then we're losing our jobs. But if that's not here yet, then we're good. What I can tell, someone who feels, a little bit skeptical, maybe you're doing your job is to do repetitive work. Maybe what you could do is, find different courses that you can take. First of all, AI is free. Like courses are out there. There's information is there, right? You have to find the right information because, of course, there's garbage out there. So you need to find the right information, find experts that can help you, guide you, figure out what you need to learn if you're doing a job that AI can do. So I recommend getting a skill in AI. Very easy, you get a skill in AI. So when time comes, when AI is doing that job, you know you're untouchable because now you have a skill that you can do, right? So that's what I recommend to people who are scared of AI. But please don't be scared of AI. And also, please, if you're using ChatGPT as your friend or your therapist, please stop because yeah, you're damaging everything, like yourself. Please don't use it as a therapist or your friend. No, 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 no. And of course, and also there's a lot of tools that you could use. It's not just ChatGPT, there are different LLMs that you could use, like Claude, which is my favorite. Please go to Claude. They're not paying me for this, but I'm telling you, it is the best. Okay. So yeah, explore AI, use different LLMs, and also don't be scared. It's not gonna take your job. Yeah. Those are my 2 cents.
Thank you, Happiness. Go ahead, Gil.
Yeah, I did kind of fetch some data from my closing remarks earlier, so it's a little bit of cheating, but there's a few things I want to say real brief. AI is going to become like electricity. That's the only way I can compare this. When we invented electricity as human beings, it started with like, lighting up one bulb, to lighting up a house, to lighting up a neighborhood, to lighting up entire cities, countries, airplanes. Like electricity is everywhere today. We don't even think about it. Like there is a light behind me here, there's a light in front of me, electricity everywhere. My laptop is plugged in. This is what AI is going to become. So we shouldn't fight it. Let's embrace this. Um, so what does that even mean? It's not so it's not just hype. Uh this will have an economic impact across all industries. And we've been talking about three things tonight, talking about finance, insurance, and healthcare. This is financial services. But this is the data that I pulled, right? Advisors and institutions lose like 40 to 60 billion dollars every year to administrative work and all these things. AI cannot make that. Healthcare, it's like over $250 billion lost every year in administrative cost. AI cannot make all of this. Insurance is like 30 to 40%. It's, operational cost, claims processing, underwriting paperwork, compliance tasks. So why am I putting these numbers out here? People in the US and in North America, we have the chance to be in being in these big economies, and this is the time for entrepreneurs and creatives to use skills we talked about to go streamline what already exists externally, but also streamline what we do already. and reach out. And this is really very new. Everybody who's here is doing things the right way. But yeah, those are my closing remarks. You know, AI is going to be everywhere. And to really like hit on the nail, you know, and I keep saying this, like AI is not going to replace people, but people using AI will replace people who are not. So yeah, I'm gonna put my information down here too. At Careforce, we build healthcare software and healthcare solutions. If you know anybody who needs that kind of solution, please reach out to us. Everything else, AI, happy is your girl, as you heard. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Such a
It's my
pleasure.
video anyway, so
Yes. Really happy to be here. This is amazing to talk about.
It was really great to host you both, and I think we have all learned something today or been enlightened and encouraged to think of AI as a great tool in our toolbox for us to, get to higher heights and achieve greater things with efficiency. So thank you, everyone, again for being here, and we look forward to having you on our next conversation next Thursday, same time, same link.
thank you so much.